The trial of Jean-Claude Mas, the head of the company PIP, charged with selling illegal breast implants, is expected to end today in France.
Thousands of women in the UK have been given the industrial and agricultural silicone. They're still fighting for compensation. Among them is Jan Spivey, who joins us now, along with Kevin Timms, who's a solicitor representing her and a number of other women who've had the implants. Very good morning to you. Jan, can you just give us the sort of brief version of how you came to have the implants in the first place?
Well, for me, I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2002 and went through a mastectomy and a reconstruction and was given PIP.
And you elected to have the PIP implants, and what was the effect they had on you?
I didn't elect to have them. It was
chosen for you?
Part of my treatment.
Okay.
Yes.
So what was the effect they had on you?
Well, I first knew something was wrong. I was obviously in cancer recovery for some time after my surgery, major surgeries, but I started to have lots of unexpected symptoms. So I lost the use of my shoulder and my arm. My fingers were starting to go numb. I was struggling with debilitating headaches that would go on for weeks on end. I had lots of allergic reactions, and my face would suddenly blow up on one side. I was constantly at the GPs and being sent for referrals, and each time, because of the concerns about cancer, I was going through more testing, and each time I was expecting that they would find more cancer and I would be facing more treatment. And I think it was about 2000 when finally I'd had inflammatory arthritis diagnosis, which was now affecting all my joints, was also affecting my chest. So I'd been admitted into hospital several times with chest problems, and I heard the news and thought, I bet I've got PIP implants.
Have you still got them now?
No. Yeah, I waited the full length of the National Health Service waiting list to have them removed in September 2012.
Do you feel a bit better?
I do feel a lot better, and the relief is one thing, because realising that the implants are causing all your health problems is very stressful, very stressful.
Just let's talk about from a legal point of view, because I know you've been over there, and we'll come back to you in a minute. Kevin, so lots of people, you're dealing with people here in the UK who've had these implants. How many people are you dealing with, and what kind of, compensation, payback, can they get it replaced? What's going on?
Well, I deal with about 140 of my own clients, but I'm one of 5 solicitors that are taking a group action forward on behalf of about 2,000 women in total. The compensation that we're seeking is the financial losses that women are sustaining, so the cost of revision surgery, any out-of-pocket expenses and things like that, but also compensation to take into account the fact that many of these women have sustained ruptures, they have severe mental anguish, they've also have to go through a premature revision surgery, which obviously involves general anaesthesia and effectively going under the knife again. So that all needs to be compensated for, because if they hadn't had these implants, they would have gone on without any problems for many more years before they required surgery again.
Yeah, Jan, tell us a little bit about what's happening in Marseille, because you've been to the court, haven't you? You've given evidence at court, and presumably there you were faced with Jean-Claude Mas in court.
Yes.
He himself, his defence is he's saying he admits using medical silicone implants, but is rejecting the allegations that they are more dangerous than others available. What was it like for you in the courtroom?
Well, first of all, it's very difficult for British women to find treatment for PIP implants, to have them removed. And in Britain, we have to wait for a clear sign of a rupture, which is very difficult for women. And the ruptures aren't always picked up by the diagnostics that women are being offered, and it's being complicated further because some of the clinics are no longer in business. But one of the things that Jean-Claude Mas is in court and saying is that he doesn't believe that the gels that were used inside his homemade gels are not toxic or dangerous to our health. And very strangely, the only people in Europe that agree with him are the British government and British government experts. And from all our personal experiences, we know that the chemicals in the implants are toxic, and the government claims that they're not at levels harmful to our health.
Yeah, so there's so many questions still to be answered. Kevin, just on one of them, so you're going for compensation, but where's the money going to come from? I mean, who are you going to sue? Do you see what I mean?
That is an issue that we are all worried about. What we're pursuing at the who we're pursuing at the moment are those that supplied the implants as part of a private contractual arrangement. So the majority of claims are against private cosmetic surgery clinics. But as Jan said a moment ago, a number of these are going out of business, and that's something that continues to happen. So we have to look at new ways to try and get around that.
And Jan, you've obviously been through an awful ordeal. Was it very important to you to have that moment in court, to in the face of him denying what's happened, to be able to tell your story?
Well, my issue is I really don't know where this is going to lead for me in the future. I had my lymph nodes removed from underneath my arm during my cancer surgery, and these homemade gels leak. They leak through the shells and they leak into the lymph system. So lots of women are experiencing massive lymphadenopathies.
Ongoing problems.
Ongoing problems. In my case, I've got 12 lumps around my body, which I think are probably amounts of silicone, which I'm finding it very difficult to get treatment for, and the doctors and the hospitals aren't really able to provide the kind of care and treatment that women need.
Well, we thank you for coming in for us today. And I know it could be several months before there is a verdict in the case of Marseille, but thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.